Welcome back to another video. We're heading into the 8th week of my 8-week cut and things are rocking and rolling. Today I'm going to show you an easy high protein breakfast if you're looking to make your eggs a little more interesting. This is a very simple Italian equivalent of a shakshuka. I'm going to get started by throwing some garlic in a pan with a teaspoon of olive oil and making a really simple sauce. So this week I came slightly short of my goal, hitting 161.8 pounds with a goal of 161.5. If you're new here, I've been losing about 1.5 pounds per week for the past 8 weeks, so I'm about 0.3 off. This is nothing to be concerned about. It could easily be some extra water retention from eating hot sauce all the time. But anyways, this week I lost 1.2 pounds by doing 5 1-hour incline walks on the treadmill and eating under 1800 calories every single day. I am so close to my goal of 160 and I cannot wait to start bulking next week. The end of a cut can feel so brutal sometimes. This week I felt my absolute worst. So, at my lowest point, I took out my phone and decided to write some rules for my next cut. You don't need to follow these, but personally, I know they're going to make my life so much easier next time around. Not in the short run, but in the long run. Rule number 1. No 0-calorie sodas. Coke Zero might be the best tasting thing in the world when you're on a cut, but personally, it makes me feel terrible. I don't know what they put in it, or if it's just high caffeine, but I'll have one once, I'll crave it all week, and I'll feel horrible every single time I have it. Rule number 2. Caffeine 2 times per week max. Coffee suppresses your appetite during a cut, which does help. However, in terms of energy, I find that for the first week or two, I feel really good, but then after that, I just feel normal, and then I'm stuck on coffee until I decide to quit. I also end up having it later in the day, which kind of messes with my sleep, so focusing on more sleep and less caffeine will result in a much more peaceful cutting phase next time. Rule number 3. No highly processed sweets. I find that when I eat things that taste very sweet, it makes me crave more food. My treat during this cut has been 80-calorie Rice Krispie type bars. And 80 calories isn't crazy, I could definitely fit it into my macros, but every time I eat one, I end up getting even more hungry and eating like 200 calories more in other little snacks. This is another reason why I stay away from diet sodas. They give huge cravings. Rule number 4. Don't overdo the salt. If given the option, I would eat 3 to 4 tablespoons of hot sauce with every single meal. I'll often use salt as a way to derive pleasure from a meal that would otherwise be a bit boring, like a sandwich. However, I find when I eat a lot of salt, my body holds a lot of water, and that makes it difficult to gauge how much weight I'm losing. In my experience, overeating salt could increase your weight by up to 5 pounds overnight. Keep the salt intake consistent and remember to drink lots of water to help your body process. And last, rule number 5, no commercialized protein-forward foods, excluding protein shakes. Most of these high-protein snacks you find at the grocery store have one job: to make it as easy as possible for you to get a lot of protein into your diet. But what I found is that most of these don't fill you up. For example, my high-protein morning wrap has 11 grams of protein, but I could eat 10 of those and still be hungry. That's great if you're bulking, but on a cut, my number one goal is, how do I stay as full as possible while also hitting my macros? Usually that means eating the largest volume of food possible. Personally, on my next cut, I'm mainly sticking to slow digesting whole foods. So, we've added in our eggs, salt, and 100 grams of cottage cheese, which you might have guessed is not traditional. We let that cook down on medium-low with the lid on it, and here we have it. A simple high-protein meal. With a slice of bread, we're looking at 32 grams of carbs, 21 grams of fat, and 40 grams of protein. The perfect amount of protein, in my eyes. If you have some basil or some parsley, I would throw those in to make everything a little more fresh. You can also add a shallot or a small onion if you want to dress it up a bit more. 10 on 10, this tastes awesome. As always, if you want to see exactly what I'm eating every single day, you can follow me on Instagram. I post all my meals with my macros there. And please subscribe if you'd like to follow my progress over the next year. If you missed my last videos, I just finished cutting about 11 pounds, and I'll be starting a 15-pound bulk over the next 15 weeks. Thanks for watching. Have a great week.